Hi there, welcome to this overview video of creating shapefiles for Power BI. So one of the things that was asked recently was, when we've created harm in Power BI, how have we been able to create the shapes for it? So one of the things I'm going to jump into is to Maptitude, because this is where I create my shapefiles. So I've opened up Maptitude. I'm going to create a new map of the UK. So when this loads up, it should give us the map wizard. Now at this point, all I really care about is England and Wales, as my crime data is in England and Wales level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go select police force as the working layer, make it the working layer, and then select by condition province or so province equals Wales or province equals ENG. If I verify that, it likes it. Okay. I'm going to go to Tools, Report Mask, and mask the selection. So that means I've only got England and Wales left in here. So for the police forces, I should have 43 police forces within England and Wales. It's all masked off. Police force is the working layer. File, export, geography. I'm going to export my selection to an Esri shapefile. And I'm going to call this Police Force 101 because I'll remember that. And I'm going to just put that on my desktop because I'm only using that as a temporary store. Okay. So once that's done, that'll be loaded up to my desktop. So the next thing I want to do is to be able to simplify those shapes, because I really just want to convert it into a JSON file for Power BI. But to do that, I need to convert. So I'm going to go to a website called mapshaper.org, and select my files. Now I need to select the DBF file, the PRG file, the shape file, and the SHX file. So effectively for that I needed the 4 files that make up the Esri shapefile. Open, and then import. And there you see we have England and Wales, 43 polygon features, 43 police forces. Job's a good one. So I'm going to export that, and I want to export that as a topo JSON file. Topo JSON, and I'm going to export. That automatically ends up in my download files. So I'm going to move that download file, and I'm going to put it on my desktop. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to open up a copy of Power BI, one that I already had open and has had some data loaded in. So in that data I've got one table which has country being England, province of England and Wales, and for each of the forces I've got population, crime, and some stats on the end of this. So all I really want to do is to create a visual where I'm going to create a shape map, and in that shape map I want to create England and Wales. So to do that, I'm going to take the name of the force and put that on location. And thankfully, we get a map from Power BI. Oh wait, Power BI defaults to a US map. Now, based in northwest Leicestershire, very seldom am I going to require a map of the continental US. What I need to do then is tell Power BI that I have my own shapefile that I want to use. So go to Format, under Shape. I don't want a map of the United States. I want to add a map. Within this, I'm going to navigate to my desktop, Police Force 101 that I made earlier. Open. And what you see is as that happens, we get Police Force for each of them. So everything's in blue now. All that's left for me to do is to add some form of colour saturation. And in this, I'm going to drag across crimes per 100,000 population onto colour saturation. Give it a few seconds. As you see, as I hover over areas such as South Wales, I'm going to get the crimes per 100,000. That's the starting point. So what I've done is to sort of summarise what we've done. We started off in Maptitude. We've created a shapefile. That shapefile, we've then loaded those shapes into a converter to create a JSON file. Opened up Power BI, and what I've done is I've chosen the name that links to the shape that we've got in there. So in the JSON file, there is a column called name, which is consistent with what we've taken from Maptitude. So it's the same piece from Maptitude, and that links to the data that we have here. So being able to use name, we've linked through and now have a map. Now that's great for police forces, but it also gives you the ability to use Maptitude or other software to create your own shapes. Once you've done those shapes, convert them across into JSON and then can use them within Power BI. Hope that's been helpful. I've been Ali Motion. If you have any questions, please get in touch. Thank you. Bye.